Kris, two-parter on Kratsov. First off, just wanted to ask if you've had much of a chance to talk to him and how he seems being over here now, and where his head is at and all that. And then the second part is, what do you need to see from him, or do you have a rough timetable or amount of practices you'd like to see before he would be an option for the lineup?
Yeah, whether he's ready for the lineup, that's not my decision. I don't know what the timetable is for him. That'll be Gortz and Quinn who will decide that. I assume sometime later in this year, but when, I don't know. As for seeing Krabby, yeah, I've talked to him many times, and in fact, he was the first person I saw in the hotel when I got the call up and checked in the hotel before the game. That I ran into him in the hotel, so we've had a lot of opportunities to catch up.
Next question comes from Dan Rosen. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, Kris, just wanted to ask you about Igor, his status, and will he have a chance to play tomorrow?
Yes, Igor is participating in obviously he was out there for practice. He had the net to himself. He is expected to start on Thursday, and yeah, no problems. He's 100%, and we're excited to have him back.
Next question comes from Molly Walker. Molly, go ahead.
Curious what the discussions have been like with Quinn and the rest of the coaching staff about what to do with Kratso. Where do you expect he'll be inserted in the lineup? Even if you don't have a specific line in mind, will it be in the top six or bottom six?
Again, we have talked very little about that, so I don't think it's going to happen in the immediate future. It's just, they've asked how he is, how's his personality, is he happy to be here, is he working hard, and he's checked all the boxes. They've all been positive. I think they'll want to see him. They'll want to have communication with him. I think they'll want to review the systems with him before they make the decision of throwing him into a game.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson. Colin, go ahead.
Just to see that you had 7 defensemen out there today, I know that would have required some people to be rotating in and out. But are you considering changing up any of the pairs at all for tomorrow? It looked as though Adam was working a little bit with Keandre there today.
No, we'll keep the pairs as they are. They've been playing really well. I don't think there's any need to change anything unless Quinn advised me otherwise. But we've been happy with our defense and how they played together. And Potato right now being our 7th guy, and he hasn't had very much practice time. He went to Hartford for a couple games, but right now he's just he's our 7th guy, and obviously he's played very well for the Rangers when he has had the opportunities, but the way the team is playing, especially the defense, that everything will stay as is.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Kris, it obviously seems like you're planning to make the trip. I know you got the 2 games in Philly and then DC. Do you know if you'll be the coach for those 3 games? And then I know you talked to David quite a bit, so can you just tell us, how is he feeling? Is he doing okay?
Yeah, no, he's feeling fine. Maybe a little under the weather the first couple of days, but very little. He's, I talked to him, regularly, and he's doing quite well right now. The plan is that I'm coaching the next game. After that, we'll see and go from there. But Quinny's doing quite well.
Next question comes from Mark Rosenman. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Kris, you mentioned a number of times that you're in constant contact with Coach Quinn, and some of the decisions going forward are his. Obviously, the whole new landscape, unique situation. What are those conversations like? And just walk us through how the day-to-day goes with that.
I think every day is different, and a lot of it has to our communications. When I get the pre-scout, when I get a video from Brownie, who does most of the pre-scout video, when he puts it together, Quinn will get that, I'll get that, we'll look at it, and then whatever time of the day it is, we hook up and we'll talk about what we see and what we need and what we need to stress to our players. After the games, obviously, we'll talk, and we'll communicate about who played well and maybe a line underperformed. Maybe they need something, whether that's going over video, or maybe somebody has to change up on the line, or just a message to them. I don't think there's any set schedule that we have. Obviously, game days we talk a little bit more than we would on a practice day. But even going into for a practice, talked to him last night. What are some of the drills? What do you want to work on? That practice was pretty much scripted by him. I think we did one drill that maybe was new to the players, but yeah, we don't have a set schedule. There's not a regular thing, so usually it's a couple times a day.